Okay, everyone. My presentation is called Designing the Interface to Bitcoin. And I just want to say that it's really exciting to be designing for Bitcoin and building on Bitcoin. Okay. Yeah, so it's a really cool time to be a designer. And it's really cool and exciting to be designing for Bitcoin, as opposed to like Ethereum or some other blockchain. Okay, yeah, I am Billy Rose. You guys might know me as Randy Moish on Twitter. I am the co-founder and CMO of Twetch, but I like to consider myself the chief creative officer of Twetch. I do all the design stuff. Okay, I made a little cartoon. So a long time ago, Josh and I were talking, me and the frog. Wouldn't it be awesome if people could earn money from content they create on social media? Yeah, imagine how much money Kim Kardashian would make off a picture of her morning pancakes. So this was an idea that we had a long time ago, and thus, once BSV was created and we learned what it was capable of, Twetch was born. Wow, this is not coming up good here. But so our MVP, minimum viable product, is here, and basically, the idea was, at the time, the only things that existed were bcode.media and like something called metanet.chat. And so what you were able to do was you could upload information to the blockchain, but it was really hard to find that information. It was really hard to, without keeping that transaction ID or having that link, there was no coherent feed of information that was being posted to chain on bcode.media. So we created the MVP of Twetch, which was basically just a coherent feed of all of this information that you wanted posted to the blockchain. It wasn't very good looking, as you can see. I didn't just design it, I coded the HTML and CSS front end. But we had a working product thanks to Ben and our CTO. And it worked, and so then we moved on to building it out for real and onboarding real humans onto the platform. Okay, so evolution of the Twetch interface. This was version 0. Basically just proving concept and making sure it worked. This was kind of right after we brought Harrison on the team. He's our front-end developer, and I mean, it's not coming up really great here, so we can just move on, but we're versioning. And then there's Twetch as you see it today, and that's just a live screenshot of what it looked like sometime yesterday. So I want to talk about really what it means to design for Bitcoin, because I think it's really important and different than what we have seen in the past from designers in general application development. So in Bitcoin, all data exists atop this open ledger, right? And we all know that. But in order to choose an application in Bitcoin, you're looking at the differences between interfaces and experiences. So as a designer, it's really important to recognize that it's now kind of really important, or as a business on Bitcoin, to involve designers more as maybe co-founders or more significant parts of the team, because anybody can grab data from Bitcoin and load it up to an interface. So it's the best design and the best experience that wins out between two competing applications. Then the other thing that's great about Bitcoin is that payments are integrated into everything we do. So whereas there's not a lot of precedent in traditional applications like Twitter and Facebook for payments, now as designers, we have to think about how payments integrate into everything and how much information people need to know that comes from the blockchain. So we're making decisions based on things that have no precedent. There's Venmo and Cash App now, which don't really do social very well, but they do create a nice payments experience and interface. So it's really up to us as Bitcoin designers and Bitcoin front-end developers to make these decisions on, first of all, how these applications are going to look and how we're going to do it without sacrificing experience that you'll get on Twitter or Facebook. And then also the level of involvement that the user chooses to understand, or the level of understanding that the user needs to know about what's on chain and what does it mean to be on chain. Obviously, it's really great if the user knows that they're getting paid and they're profiting. But do they really need to understand how the blockchain works in order to use your application? And that is up to us to decide. I don't know the answer to how far we go. So this is how we at Twetch have integrated payments into our experience. This is our notifications page. Again, it looks much better on my screen here, but so basically all you're seeing is money coming in on your notifications page. Every time somebody likes, every time somebody comments, every time somebody tags you, you're getting paid, and you'll see that kind of in this Venmo-like notifications feed. This is also a very important screen, is our profile page, where you will, it felt like to us that it would be really nice for our users to know how much they've earned since they came onto the platform. So we have kind of like a nice section for that there. And then, so the activity page I thought was really interesting. We integrated that a little bit later after starting Twetch and onboarding people. But the thought process that goes into kind of and signaling that these people are using the blockchain, I think, is really important. So as designers, we want people to know that they're using the blockchain because it's cool. So we're like blockchain signaling. But we have to figure out how much information is important to them and what information is most important, how we display that information. Here we have our activity page where you can see, how many people have engaged or how many engagements you've gotten on your Twetch, how much you've earned from those engagements, and then the information that we've actually posted to the blockchain. So they have their TX ID, which they can click and go to the block explorer. The block number, I mean, that's obviously a questionable thing, how many lay people really know what that means. The text that goes on chain, in this case it was a Twetch that was a tweet link. So we have a link directly to the tweet, which is a good thing. It's nice for us power Twetch users. Who created that tweet originally and the time that the tweet was originally created. So this is information that's on chain that we're displaying on our interface. So we could have chosen to put a lot more information there because there's more information on the blockchain that we're posting. Or we could have chosen to do less. And I think over time, we'll understand better what our users really need to know and how important that is. So it was almost an arbitrary decision or a decision based on us founders as power users of Twetch and what we wanted to know. But that is definitely subject to change. And I think it's a really interesting design problem to solve, which is how we display information that goes on the blockchain for everyday users without sacrificing the experience of Twitter, for example. And this is Twetch Pay. So Twetch Pay was really interesting case study for Twetch because as we built out more and more ways to get paid and use Twetch, which is basically paying, we wanted to come up with an experience that was unified throughout the application. And this was credit to Harrison for this one. Twetch Pay was born out of this. So now when you use Twetch, any interaction that you create, you're going to pay through Twetch Pay as opposed to kind of an auto drop-down money button that we were using before. And obviously over time, as we're able to integrate more and more design stuff and not have to use a specific type of button, this will change. But Twetch Pay was actually a really cool thing to do because it unified the experience across the application. And it just made it so that people could be more familiar with the things that they were doing. And that's very important to us. The future of Twetch. So at Twetch, we're not just designing the interface to posting 256 characters on Bitcoin. We're trying to create the interface to all things on Bitcoin. And the idea that interfaces are very important because anyone can pull data from the blockchain and display that in any way they want continues here. It means a lot to create a beautiful interface that is a familiar experience to people for Twetch as a business. If we do not continue to innovate from a design perspective, there will be other applications that are able to take data and make it better. So the idea here is that we will integrate Twetch blog, which is just a concept right now, and there's other concepts like Twetch music, where if you're an artist, you upload a song to the blockchain, and you can get paid for every second that somebody listens to it, peer-to-peer or directly from the person who listened to that song, which is really exciting because it takes out all these middlemen and all of this really heavy load infrastructure that's in between the artist and the people that are listening to the music, or the content creator and the people that are digesting the content. So what my idea here is to create all of these interfaces to data that's uploaded to Bitcoin, and then integrate that with Twetch Social. Here you would see that this is kind of a blog card. It's a standard Twetch card, but it displays that this is a blog post, and if it was a song, maybe it would be a Twetch music card, for example. And so people would be able to post whatever they wanted directly to the social application, all of it integrated on top of Bitcoin. So yeah, now is really the coolest time to be a designer that has almost ever existed, because Bitcoin makes us designers important people in the world again. And so I'm going to move on from design to marketing. This is an example of a landing page that we've created for Twetch marketing, which is phase 2. So Twetch does exist, everybody, officially. Yeah, and so basically what we want to do is we want to inform people that they can make money by posting content to Twetch, and make that known, and start to develop a more coherent marketing campaign around this narrative that you can get paid for doing stuff online that you would normally be doing. Twetch Mythbusters. So I just want to start by saying Twetch is not a free speech platform or a platform for dissenters. We're not interested in anything that Gab is doing. We want to create a platform that is moving the world forward, and we have no interest in onboarding people who want to destroy things. Twetch is a place where users can profit from their content. Twetch is a platform for posting and viewing information that is posted to the blockchain. And it is a complementary product to Twitter. Twitter users can also use Twetch in order to store and archive information that they think might be deleted or might go away, or if their profile might be censored by Twitter. They can come to Twetch and they can post it on the blockchain. We're currently not competing with Twitter, who has 321 million daily active users. We hope to someday. But I think that there's a strong narrative on Twitter that we're in competition with them, when really we would love to be a tool for Twitter users to find a use case in Twetch. And then I want to talk a little bit about onboarding Twitter users from beyond crypto. So this is one of our users. Her name is Carley Jade. She's a friend of mine. So she found out that she was using Bitcoin after a while of using Twetch, and I thought that was really interesting. And then I kind of wanted to understand why she used Twetch over Twitter, and what it kind of means to be a user of Twetch without understanding that you're using Bitcoin, and kind of all of the questions that brings. So she found out that she was using Twetch, and she says that she uses Twetch over Twitter because it enables her to speak her mind without her friends worrying about her, or whatever the case is. So, I mean, although that might not be a use case for everybody, it's definitely interesting to see what users that are outside of the crypto world and why they're using Twetch, and what it means for them. So yeah, I think that onboarding people from outside of the crypto world is very important to us at Twetch. And so we're going to dive deeper into these kinds of people and find out what information they do want to see and how much they want to learn about Bitcoin and blockchain. And then, okay, so I wanted to go into a little bit of kind of marketing and brand narrative for people, all of us who are building products in the Bitcoin world, and especially to bitcoinsv.io, because I just want to call out that website, because as somebody who doesn't know what Bitcoin SV is, I want to go to bitcoinsv.com, or the main Bitcoin SV website, and find out what it is. Yeah. So what we should all be thinking about, and I think we can change Bitcoin SV for any one of our companies. Why does Bitcoin SV exist? What purpose does it serve to the world? Why should people be excited to learn about it and participate? What does it say about a person if they join? And why are we excited to be developing it? And what benefit does it provide, and what problems does it solve? And all of these questions should be thought about from the user standpoint, not ours, obviously, as people who understand more about Bitcoin than most. Lastly, I want to leave us with a little note on infighting in BSV. I think it's ridiculous, and I think that the way in which we make Bitcoin SV more valuable is either by not fighting over breadcrumbs, which we seem to be doing a lot of, or by understanding that in creating drama on Twitter, we're just doing it as a show, and because that's what Twitter incentivizes us to do, and not because it's real. We're fighting over thousands of users and hundreds of dollars when we could be working to dig together to build million-dollar companies and billion-dollar companies. So if you're thinking about starting up some drama on Twitter, stop it. Get some help. All right, thanks. Thanks, everybody.